The G7 reflects progress in women's political leadership as CEOs of county governments. Ladies and gentlemen, the G7 strategy is designed to accelerate equal and inclusive representation in decision-making and to model efficiency and accountable governance, as my colleagues have said. The strategy aims to showcase the transformative leadership we strive to deliver on the promise of devolution, while serving as a positive example to younger women or older women seeking access to leadership. The strategy also embodies the values of collaboration. I'm sure you have seen, when you look at us, you can tell that we are friends. We meet even when we are not at work. We share. I saw some people looking very shocked when they heard that some of us cry. Sometimes it gets very tough because we balance both family, we balance personal lives, and we also have to do official work. We pull together collaboration. We also have accountability, inclusivity, equality, and empowerment that define Women Governors Caucus and that exemplifies transformative leadership. We share lessons. We learn from each other. I learn from Gladys Wanga, even if she's 1 year old. They learn from me. I learn from Susan. Everybody has something to give one another. And we sit down and say, how did you do that? Let's share your plans with me. Can I have that so that I don't have to start from the beginning? And we hold each other's hands, hoping that this will showcase women leadership to be exemplary and therefore motivate many other people to elect women leaders. Our goal is to increase the number of women governors from the current G7. It's not just a story. We're not just sitting here having this conversation and then going back to our homes. We have a strategy cut out for the next 3 years. For those of us who will not be running for a third term, because I'm not allowed by the Constitution, I will be dedicating my time to campaign for women potential governors who have been chosen by their respective parties, to work with them, develop strategies for reaching out on the ground to ensure that we actually increase this number. We will be, all of us, in New York in the next 2 weeks, fundraising for support and getting technical support as well for each of the counties and also for the counties that have potential women leaders. So how do we achieve this increased number in the next election? One of the biggest issues will be mentorship. It is incredible to be surrounded by many smart, dedicated women who are changing the landscape of leadership. And all of us will be giving our time, even as we run for office a second time, to mentor others who are coming up. I would like to just share one thing that I learned from Governor Ngilu. It's something very basic, but I came from technocrats. I did not know anything about politics. I had no clue about politics. I just went in there. And I remember when we were going around campaigning for women and 2/3 gender, one day we were in Kakamega, I think, and we were sitting, and of course, because I was amongst the youngest politicians, so to speak, I was still very conscious, and I think even Wanga was there. We were trying to find seats, and I had managed to find a seat because I came very early. Being a technocrat, you know, you're told 8, you are 8 seated. So I had a seat, but some other men came, big men, powerful men. And so I was very intimidated, and I was a governor, mind you. I stood up to give a seat to a man. I'll never forget Governor Ngilu. She dragged me back down and told me, never ever give up your seat for a man. Governor Ngilu, I learned my lesson. I have never again given my seat to a man. So one lesson I learned from Ngilu, very basic. She told me, never ever. How can you do that, you know? And I realized I'm a leader, an equal leader, just like the rest of them. But because they make you feel they've come with a lot of support, you know, we don't come like the women do, at least none of us do that. We don't have like 7, 8 bodyguards pushing everybody around. If you come, I don't use a front car. Is it called a lead car and sirens? And I don't think any of the women governors do those things. So it's very easily that when the others who come can easily intimidate you, even when you're at peer level. But we are saying we want to show a different kind of leadership.